Seven Assassins is a martial arts period piece kind of western-like movie about rebels fighting a corrupt prince in China. So I really wanted to watch this movie because it's directed by Eric Tsang, or co-directed. The other guy is one of the martial artists in the film. Eric Tsang, most people sort of see him as that, you know, kindly-faced man who's in like a lot of crime thrillers and drama films. People don't know this, but Eric Tsang actually, his first two directed films were martial arts films that are really underrated and excellent. In fact, they're probably some of the best martial arts films I've ever seen. The Challenger and The Bloody Tattoo. People don't really know that because, you know, they mostly see him for his acting endeavors. So Eric Tsang co-directs this movie. It's about a sort of rebel leader who gets captured in the film's opening, and he knows where the gold is. He's got a bunch of gold and he wants to buy weapons to fight the evil prince. However, he gets captured by bandits and he gets freed by a governor, ends up in a small little village called Golden Valley. And Golden Valley is a little slice of heaven because they have a rule that if anyone ever goes into their little village, they don't ask questions about anyone's past. They can live there in peace. So we don't know this, but the village is actually full of badasses. There's at least seven assassins. That's the name of the movie. There are at least 7 badasses in this village, and they're just trying to do right by this man. However, he's being pursued by the bandits and the corrupt prince. So it ends up being a rebels versus evil empire sort of movie. Now this movie has some pretty awkward pacing. It starts off pretty action-packed, like a western, you know, lots of horses, you know, gold being robbed, and then it quickly turns into a melodrama. There's a lot of try to have some character development for all these characters the night before they go to the final village to fight the evil prince. A lot of characters are, you know, divulging who they're in love with and, you know, their vows and things like that. And it's really melodramatic in a bad way because we don't have much character development. It's like if they tried to make Seven Samurai, but without the character development. You know, you need to have that. So for the downtime anyway. So this movie doesn't really have that. They have you know, love triangles and things like that, and all sorts of cheesy things. And you know, some people like cheesy things, but anyways, the movie gets back into the action part, and it's very messy. It's a lot of people fighting. There's some great cameos in there. You got Simon Yam, Kara Wai. They throw in Chen Quan Tai's in there. It's got the who's of you know, that martial arts age, but the story itself is, you know, it's very pedestrian. It's, you know, rebels trying to get the gold, defeat evil bad guy. Lots of martial arts fighting, but none of it's. A lot of the badasses get shot in the back in the final battle. It's kind of cheap. And I was hoping for some more martial arts, but there's not that much. There's some sword fighting at the end. It's all wire work stuff, though. It's not like anything I've seen in Eric Tsang's first 2 films. So that kind of disappointed me. But that might be because Eric Tsang only co-directed this film. He didn't do all of it. So overall, the acting's fine. The production value is great, but there's not much story. Character development is not there. It's a forgettable movie. I don't think they even tried to have any like closure. Some characters survived and died. They don't really show that much. Yeah, overall, it's a very forgettable action-adventure story. Very similar to Call of Heroes. That one wasn't very good either. So Seven Assassins, you know, is chock full of martial arts stars, and it has all the right elements. It's just the story wasn't up to the task. So this movie, you know, it's pretty boring to me, honestly. So I give Seven Assassins a 2 out of 10.